I'm sure it's Raise the Roof of the Stand, one of your favourites. Are you ready? Yeah!
You're the priest. You're gonna love my opener. I live in LA now, but I used to live in Fairbanks, Alaska. All right. No, that's good. I'll take that, because I moved to New York to be a comic, and in New York, as soon as you say Alaska, people are like, "Oh, you and your stupid Sarah Palin." I'm like, she's not mine. I didn't even vote for her. I vote Democrat all the time, no matter who's running. Because I love Alaska, but not as much as I love having abortions. That's my favorite, you know? I like to get one every 6 months, whether I need it or not. It's about freshness for me. So, trying to keep it clean, you know? When I was moving to New York, my friends in Alaska were like really worried about me. They were like, "You better be careful down in the big city. Someone might slip you something and have their way with you." And I thought, well, they must have some ambitious rapists down there. How would you even pull that off? You gonna slip me a roofie and then go get a trolley, pull the van around, maybe call an accomplice? I'm at least a two-man job. I think it'd be kind of a wasted effort. All you need is the van and maybe some cupcakes. I would go. Love snacks. Ooh. Love snacks. And now I live in Los Angeles, where there's lots of skinny bitches, like these little ornamental bitches. The kind you can just push off a train platform. You know what I'm talking about? You guys can suck it. I feel like girls like that, you can just tuck them under your arm and walk away with them. Even if they kick and scream, you can be like, "Well, she needs a nap." I worry about those girls, you know, in Los Angeles. Yeah, look at the one behind you. She's teeny. Oh, so many of them, and I've decided that it's my duty as a big girl to go out into the world and rape a rapist. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Don't you facepalm me. You came to a comedy club, man. Oh, I feel like I could do it. It's not gonna be easy, you know. I'm not exactly your rape bait kind of gal. But I think if I find one with poor depth perception and just sneak up on him and flip him over and stuff my clit inside him, take that. I won't hurt, but it'll be humiliating. We go back to his rapey hangout with his rapey buddies, like, "This is stupid, I don't want to do it anymore." So yeah, free little bitches. I'm trying to be a better feminist, that's step one, you know? It turns out I'm shitty at it, because I hate women. All of you, I just hate you. I found out that I hate women because the type of porn I watch is apparently very anti-woman. That's right, porn. Lots of it. It's like I hate blowjobs and I hate blowjob porn, unless it's like one lady holding another lady's head on a dick and she's crying a little, and then I'm like, yeah! Get it done. It's a problem, I'm working on it. It's hard for me to be a feminist. Not only do I hate women, but it's not cute when I do it. Like a little bitch, like if you're like, "Oh, I'm a feminist," that just means you do anal, okay? Like, I'm sexually liberated, good for you. It's a fucking threat when I say it. You know, I'm like, "Oh, I'm 6'2", 260, I can push your car out of the ditch by myself." And I'm a feminist. It's not cute. Like, no one's gonna go home and jerk off to me storming through the woods, just eating whole pumpkins like, "Equal rights for everyone!" That's right, masturbation. How do you feel about blowjobs, sir?
You're asking.
Just ask. That was absolutely a question. I'm not offering, if that's what you meant. Do you like blowjobs? Yeah, you don't fucking know. When's the last time you sucked a dick? It's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing to have to do. Oh, men get offended, but I'm like, no, I don't like blowjobs. They're like, what? I'm like, dude, it's awful. It's like when you're petting a cat and then some hair floats up into the air and gets sucked into the back of your throat. It's hideous. I hate them. But sometimes I meet women that come up to me and they're like, oh my god, I love sucking dick. No, bitch, you're broken. That's impossible. Okay? Just know it. I'm sorry, but the Lord did not make you to want to have like a room temperature sausage wedged into your throat while you try not to throw up for 20 minutes. It's not good. I hate them. Ugh. And now I have a strategy now. I just get really shitty ones and hope I don't get asked to do it again. And not just shitty, aggressively shitty, like angry face and lots of teeth and growling. Raw! Raw! Gotta go home and picture that later. Huh? That's my goal. I hope that every audience goes home and at least the first time they try and jerk off, they're like, nope, can't do it. Can't get it out of my head. Raw! Looking at you, sir. I hate them so much. It's fun though, if you growl with a dick in your mouth, like it's not like a guy will pull it back out. But they do tremble. Raw. Makes it more fun for me. I'm single. Surprise, surprise. It's really hard for me to be in a relationship, you know? Because like, number one, I travel a lot. And number two, like, I want my asshole licked on the regular. You know, I do, I want that. I just don't want to have to ever talk to that guy ever again. I don't even want him touching stuff on the way out of my house. I'm like, just go, I'll get the door, okay? You've done unspeakable things. One guy likes women. Okay. Good for you, little fella. You're gonna be popular. I tried the internet dating. That's a fucking waste of time. And some guy messaged me and he was like, hey, you're pretty cute. You're not too crazy, are you? I'm like, well, I'm trawling for dick on the internet at 5 a.m. I'm not crazy. But I got mad, you know? I was like, maybe you don't need to be so picky, Gandalf 316, huh? I'm not doing it for you. Why don't you go look for love in the Shire? How about that? I also found out from internet dating that I'm a little more racist than I thought I was. Because I was like randomly just scrolling through, and there was a picture of a black guy, and next to it said likes children, but I read it fast and thought it said likes chicken, and in my head I was like, duh. You guys don't even know about black dick in Glasgow, do you? You raised an eyebrow. Have you been with a black guy? That felt like a yes. Anyone else? Good for you. Don't look at her. Look at me. It's fine. Black dick is the good shit. You're a smart girl. Okay? You guys don't know. If you've never been with a black dude, it's kind of like you've just been eating ravioli out of a can. And you're like, oh, hey, Italian food. But then you go to Italy and you have fresh ravioli, and you're like, my mind is blown. That's black dick. Oh my god, if there was a dick store, black dick would be the truffles, you guys. Like, it's amazing, they're huge, they smell like coconuts, it's really nice. I did retire from black dick though. It's a lot of work to suck a black dick, it's a lot, you know? I'm old now, like I'm not putting a dick in my mouth unless I can fit it in there with a sandwich. As soon as a black guy gets it out, I get that feeling in my stomach, like when I had to climb the rope in gym. Tell by looking, I can't do it. But it's still important that you try. What a good world. Whose idea was it for you to sit in the front row? I'm a Jew and you're making me uncomfortable. So odd. Like these guys are like, oh, let's bring our priest friend, right? In a way, it's kind of cruel. You're like, hey, you know how you're not allowed to have sex? Let's go listen to other people talk about it. It's amazing. Oh my god, it's so fun. I'm really lazy about it though. You know? Like I could never be a prostitute. Oh, maybe I work for like a specialty out-call service, you know, for like necrophiliacs or something. Because if my job was to lay perfectly still, I would be the president of that company in a week. Very good at that. Very good at that. My mom thinks I'm a lesbian. Oh, cool. So did you guys. That's good. All right. Getting used to it. The thing is I'm not like insulted by it, you know. And out of fairness, I do exhibit a lot of the traits of a lesbian. I own a ladder. That's pretty gay. What hurts my feelings is when I tell someone that I'm not gay and I can tell they don't believe me. Because they make the same face I make when I offer a fat guy dessert and he's like, oh, I don't care for sweets. Well, no, you sure look like you do. It's weird. I just feel like there's nothing I can do to even convince people that I'm not gay. You know, like, even if I had the priest on stage and sucked his dick in front of all of you guys would still go home and be like, oh my god, we saw this lesbian and she was eating a man. It was terrifying. I can't help it. It's terrifying, right? Is that why you're a priest? Are you afraid of blowjobs? I feel like, what was that decision? Are you just a very religious man your whole life? It's like a calling. So wait, have you had sex? Yeah, nice. Hey! Wait a minute, but then you decide to stop? Okay, like take me for example. If I'd never had ice cream, right, it would make sense. If I was like, oh, I don't know about ice cream. But I've already had ice cream. And good luck taking it away now, you know? Like, you'll have to fucking kill me to get my ice cream at this point. So did you just not like it? Or you just didn't like it enough?
I would darken the mood by telling you why.
Ooh. Ooh. Well, you have to go slow in the butter. It does bleed. It's a delicate operation, y'all, okay? You have to eat yogurt the day before and meditate and shit. So that shit is for special occasions. That's why I worry about my gay male friends, you know? It's like, I'm like, go ahead, be gay all you want, but be careful in the bedroom. Because I have sex with men, and I feel like I have to be the sex cop. You know? Because they're full of ideas. They're like, go ahead, put your foot right here and then lean way back. And I'm like, get on the bed or go the fuck home. Those are your options. But if it's two men, like, who's the boss? Like, it's just gonna escalate. Someone's like, oh, I'll bring the trapeze, and I'll get a sword, and we'll take an oath. We'll end up in the emergency room. Be careful. That stuff is dangerous. My vagina a little bit. Look, don't all get awkward just because he's religious, okay? That's his choice, and I've made it awkward, but still. Just don't you tap her, you leave it alone. Really, let her stew in her guilt. That's fine. Isn't that part of the deal, though, if you're Catholic, that you confess and then it's all good? Till the next time. Good enough, man. Good enough. I'm a Jew. We just have guilt all the time. Guilt all the time. But I don't give a fuck. I have a tattoo and all that shit. I don't care. Although I do kind of wish that I'd been around during the Holocaust. I do. No, I do. I'm like 6'2", blonde, blue-eyed. I could have been a Harriet Tubman of the Jews, man. Could have saved lives. Plus, I was what Hitler was trying to build. Hate fuck the shit out of them. You know? And like good hate fuck. You know, like when I was in my 20s, hate fucking just meant fucking really hard and then hoping they got hit by a car on the way home. But not anymore. I've been doing my Kegels, guys. I've been doing advanced moves. Oh! Hulk vagina. Hulk vagina! I could break a dick with no hands. Just Hailey smash! Oh! Would have been amazing. It is a very fancy vagina, along with being strong. Anyone ever fuck a fat guy? Really? It's fucking awesome. It's like science, guys. Check it out. I don't know if you know this, but they have more dick in there. Yeah, and it's super fun to play with. And they can't see what you're doing down there, so it's fine. Just reenacting scenes from Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me. Doesn't have to be. It's good times. But the last time I was down there playing with one, I started thinking, and I was like, man, as a chunky girl, I'm glad that. Thank you, skinny bitch, for snorting like a pig. That's like my second favorite thing that skinny bitches do. My other favorite thing is when they eat hot wings. I fucking love that. I'm like, that is amazing. When they're just like all fucking full of shit, and then you get to take bets on how long before they go throw it up. You know? Oh, so precious. Thank you for that. But luckily as a woman, it doesn't matter how fat I get. Like my vagina just gets better. Like it's more crowded. You know? It's like it has layers now, guys. And I can tell when I'm with a guy and I'm his first chunky girl. Because they're always like, holy crap, this is amazing. And I'm like, no, I know, it's a vagina within a vagina, and it grabs on, and it has a pillow top. It's nice. It's nice. Luxurious is what it is. And I do watch a lot of porn, and I find that a lot of times they're like, you know, they shave them, and they look real severe and angry, kind of like the mouth of a librarian, like, shh. Not mine. Mine's got character. It's like a whole face. You know? It's like a jolly old man. Just like Walter Matthau and Bernie Mac together. He's angry, yet still inviting. Warm. And not only am I proud of it because it's fancy, I believe that it's evolutionarily advanced. Evolution. You have a daughter, you pray that she gets a meaty vagina. It's like an anti-assault vagina. You can't sneak up on me in some alley and hope to penetrate me. You'll be down there all day like, well, where does this begin and end? Doesn't seem to be an opening here at all. This is ridiculous. It's like when you eat like a fruit roll-up and it folds over on itself and you're like, son of a bitch. And you just gotta eat it like that. I don't even want to tell jokes, I just want to talk to them. I've never in my life talked to a priest, you know that? Never in my life have I talked to a priest. Like, I've been to Catholic churches, but I don't know if you know this, in America we just make believe to have religion. Like, the service is in Latin, and then you put money in the thing, and then you go and have breakfast. And that's American religion. So we do have some weird evangelical Christians or whatever. But like, I've never talked to a priest. I have so many questions. What? Later? I don't think I want to spend my leisure time quizzing. My plan for after the show is to smoke some weed and fuck a stranger. That's what
But the first part, me too.
Okay! If we could do that together, that would be amazing.
The first part.
Yeah! Fuck yes! Oh my god, that's cooler than when I got to smoke with my mom! Ooh. Oh, I'm so excited! Oh. That was my Christmas present one year. My mom was like, what can I do? What can I do to improve your mood? And I was like, you can hit this bong. And then we watched that Jamie Lee Curtis Changing Places with Lindsay Lohan movie. Oh, it was a great night. An amazing Christmas for Jews. Good times, good times. So I'm a squirter. Got that going for me. Stop checking in with him. He's an adult. He's fine. You're making it worse. I'm proud of it. I'm glad that I'm a squirter. You know, it's not like I can't I don't have the force that a man has. I can't turn a hotel room into a crime scene. But I do like to push the mist. I'm like, yes. It's majestic. You know. I like it. What I don't do is ever tell a guy when he's headed down there that might happen. I just push him on down and let him figure it out. So I like honesty, you know? I found that there's only really two responses. One is just, finally. The other one, which is my favorite, looks like this. Did you just pee on my face? Yes, a percentage of that was urine, so congratulations. I like how you're imploding at this point. He's like, this is too funny and too gross at the same time. Bringing your kid to a comedy show. How old are you, little fella?
21.
Oh, I don't believe that for a minute. You don't even have facial hair yet, boy. 21, really? It's time to start the hormone therapy. are so much fun at that age because they're like so enthusiastic but have no skills whatsoever. You know, and every now and then I bring one home and they're like, "Don't worry, I'll be ready to do that again in 5 minutes." And I'm like, "Never do that again. That was a terrible thing you did. Be ashamed of yourself." They are fun though because you can talk them into thinking shit is sexy when it's not. You know, like I dated a 24-year-old for a while and told him that a chicken blowjob was a thing. You like that? Yeah! I can't wait for him to like go on to the next girl and request one. I just hope for his sake that it's a girl that's young enough that when he's like, "Do you know about the chicken blowjob?" She's like, "Totally. Did that all the time in college." Yeah. I brought a 19-year-old home recently because I found him in a hot tub. He told me he'd never been blown, and I was like, holy shit, he has no concept of a blowjob. Even if I gave him a shitty one, I could own him. He'd be my slave. He'd be like a minion, and I could be like, "Go forth and bring back Kit Kat." It's in a snack time in my kingdom. You guys feel like it got weird? I feel like it got a little weird. Like, you guys feel like you're all laughing on the inside and everyone's kind of folded their arms up in a protective stance. We'll tell a clean one for the priest, okay? Well, this one starts clean. I don't have any children, luckily. For a couple of reasons. One, I'm trying to keep this shit in original condition. I want to compete with the Asian girls. You know how they are. So fucking smug with their tiny vaginas. Ugh. I don't even like having them around. So I feel like people are looking at me like, well, she's probably got a huge vagina. But I don't. It's just meaty, is all. You know, and I think it's a bad time in the world to have a daughter. Because you can't have internet and a daughter. Because like, when I was a kid, the only thing I knew about my body, I learned from the insert in my mom's tampon box. Okay? And I thought they went in my butt, so fucking nothing. They have no idea. But now they know shit. They've got all kinds of information. And I think of myself at 8 years old, if I had known I had an indoors, I would have been full of candy and pennies all the time. Anything I didn't want to share with my brothers would have gone right up my secret pocket. Probably would have died of a yeast infection by age 10. I'd have been the weird kid on the lunch line, like, wait. Think I can get cake, just give me a minute. Every time I do that joke, it reminds me of balls. Boys do that in the summer, they shake their balls loose from their leg. It's like my fucking favorite boy move. Sometimes when I'm talking to guys, I like to do it just so they wonder. Oh, balls are gross, aren't they? Oh, they're just hideous. Balls are, no, they're all gross, sir. You're pointing yours at me right now? That's terrible. It looks like somebody dropped silly putty on the carpet before they vacuumed. And then just put it back in the egg. Put it in your mouth. Absolutely not, sir. I'm not getting ball hair in my teeth. Again. I'm adventurous, sir. Adventurous. I'm gonna give you one clean one and then we're gonna close out. This is just for you. Well, I don't know if you guys know this about Alaska, but we have 10 men for every 1 woman. No. It's a very misleading statistic. Because we do have a lot of men, but we also have a saying. We say that the odds are good, but the goods are odd. You guys feel better now? You feel better now? Oh, I just feel like I've just been like ear raping you guys this whole set. And like it started off weird, and then you were like, maybe I like it? I don't know what's happening. Oh, I liked living in Alaska though, because I was super popular with the men there. You know, because they'd look at me and think, damn, I bet she could carry like 10 gallons of water in one trip. Not you skinny bitches, no. You could maybe lay you out in front of the door to block the draft or something. guys could pair up and sit on my feet and keep them warm. How's that sound?
Adorable.
I do have to get going though because it's my snack time. I don't miss snack for anybody. Don't you run off now, okay? We got plans. We got plans. I feel like I do need to talk to all the skinny bitches as a team, but mostly you. Mostly you just look so freaking happy and full of hope, and just suck it, okay? I want you to know that I hate you. And as much as I hate you, and it's a lot, I don't envy you. You gotta cling to your petite fella there when it's windy. He's adorable, by the way. You would not survive the night with me, sir. I wake up on top of his tiny corpse with a big hickey in my belly, claw marks. It felt so hard. So precious. But I feel like overall, like the hardest thing about being a little one like you is you can only sleep with like, what, 2, 3 guys? And then everyone thinks you're a whore. That would never happen to me. I can sleep with whoever I want, and everyone's like, well, good for you.